My Hero Academia is getting a new anime. It's time for the latest news out of Japan. My Hero Academia has a new anime on the way, but it comes with a bit of a twist. Well, more like a spin-off. It's actually My Hero Academia Vigilantes that will be getting an anime adaptation in April of 2025. For those not familiar, Vigilantes is a canon spin-off manga series for My Hero Academia, written by Hideyuki Furuhashi and illustrated by Benten Count. So, for those not familiar, what's My Hero Academia Vigilantes all about? Unlike the main series, this story doesn't focus on UA students or pro heroes taking down villains on the big stage. Instead, it's about unlicensed heroes, everyday people stepping up to fight crime when the pros aren't around. The story follows Koichi, a regular guy with a quirk called Slide and Glide. It lets him skate along surfaces, which doesn't sound like much, but he makes it work. He teams up with Popstep, an idol with some impressive moves, and Knuckle Duster, a tough, no-nonsense ex-hero. Together, they tackle street-level villains, local crime, and even uncover some dark secrets about the world of heroes. The tone of My Hero Academia Vigilantes is one of its most defining features. The main series balances intense action with uplifting moments. In contrast, Vigilantes is grittier and more street-level. The stakes feel smaller in scale, but more personal. The story is not about epic battles with world-ending villains. It covers local crime, social issues, and the struggles of being an unlicensed, unsupported hero. This grounded approach enables more nuanced storytelling. It explores the moral complexities of heroism in ways the main series sometimes can't. The characters face dilemmas that aren't always clear. Their actions often have real, immediate consequences. It's a refreshing change of pace that shows a different side of hero society, one that feels raw and unfiltered. The tone also shifts depending on the characters. Koichi is upbeat and cheerful. This contrasts with Knucklebuster's gruff, no-nonsense demeanor. It also contrasts with Popstep's lively yet complex personality. These elements create a mix of humor, tension, and heart. It keeps the story engaging while staying true to the My Hero Academia universe. The series was insanely popular for a spin-off, helped by the fact that the material was canon. When it comes to spin-offs, My Hero Academia Vigilantes isn't the only one expanding the world of My Hero Academia. The franchise has seen few side stories that add new perspectives and depth to the universe. For example, there's My Hero Academia Smash, a comedic spin-off that parodies the main series with lighthearted, over-the-top humor. It's a fun break from the action-packed drama of the main storyline, offering fans a chance to laugh at exaggerated versions of their favorite characters. Another notable spin-off is My Hero Academia Team-Up Missions. This series pairs characters from different classes and even pro heroes together on missions that focus more on character dynamics than major battles. It's a great way to see interactions that might not happen in the main series, giving more screen time to fan-favorite characters. These spin-offs, while entertaining in their own right, tend to feel like supplemental material. What sets Vigilantes apart is its status as a canon story, directly tied to the main timeline. It not only explores new characters, but also enriches the backstories of major players like Aizawa and All Might. Few spin-offs manage to strike the perfect balance between standing alone as a compelling story and deepening the lore of the original series. This is what makes Vigilantes such a standout addition to the My Hero Academia universe. It would be nice to one day get an anime for the other series because they're all actually great side content in their own way. Back to the new updates, we have some staff information to share as well. Kenichi Suzuki, known for his work as chief director on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is directing the anime adaptation at Bones. The series composition is handled by Yosuke Kurata from My Hero Academia, with character designs by Takahiko Yoshida from Cells at Work and music composed by Yuki Hayashi, Shogo Yamashira, and Yuki Furuhashi. There have been talks of an anime adaptation for years now, and fans are very excited for this to now be a real thing. Well, most fans, because some already have concerns that the next season for the main series is now doomed. While the concerns are somewhat valid, we find it hard to believe the studios would let the main series be hurt by a spin-off. With that being said, the trailer that was released looks amazing and notably different from the main series. This one post was funny, but surely a lot of fans will agree. This trailer looks pretty solid adaptation-wise. It seems like they're putting their own spin on the animation. Also, thank God we got actual lighting and backgrounds that aren't just a blue sky anymore. If you have doubts about the popularity or quality of this side story, listen to what this fan had to say. "You do not understand how happy I am to see this. I'm almost crying. My Hero Academia Vigilante is literally my favorite manga of all time. I love it to death more than base My Hero Academia, and the fact that we're getting an adaptation after all this time, it looks this good." So, while some fans are giving attention to the animation quality and the story, others are focused on more important things. My Hero Academia has never been known for conservative costume designs, and Vigilantes pushes the boundaries much further. And that's why many are simply looking forward to seeing certain costumes animated finally. Fans are already starting to champion Popstop, one of the main characters, and who can blame them? The adaptation is already looking great from just our first look. Now, as for how long this anime will be, there is no official confirmation. We do agree with this fan's breakdown though, and think it's very likely to go like this. The series has 126 chapters, so you might think 2 full 25-episode seasons, but here's the thing. Vigilantes is significantly more dialogue heavy, paired with early chapter page count being high, like the main series, so I actually think 3 seasons would be more appropriate, or 4 seasons of 13 episodes if they wanted to milk it. The Vigilantes manga ended in October of 2022 after 6 years of serialization. Considering its writing quality, long run, and fan reaction, it's probably one of the best spin-off series we've ever seen. This is ancient now, but there was even a time when a lot of fans thought Vigilantes and its main series was better than My Hero Academia and Deku. This is probably crazy to imagine if you've never read the story, but it's true. This post is hilariously accurate. I love Vigilantes. However, I can already see the video essays. Why Koichi is a better example of heroism than Deku. Another said, "It's gonna be my sworn duty to spread Koichi is better than Deku agenda." Along with the One Piece, maintaining the agenda is our top priority meme. And finally, another fan said, "The discourse is gonna be peak comedy. Deku's PR already took a hit after My Hero Academia ended, but now he has to deal with My Hero Academia Vigilante fans. What was once a small subsection in the fandom is now brought to mainstream eyes, and now endless comparisons are going to be made with him and Koichi." So yeah, in April, this conversation will definitely heat up, and you might even see a video from us on the topic when it gets going. To be fair, the likability of Vigilante's main character and the story overall should probably not be used as an attack on My Hero Academia. Instead, it should be praised for being a spin-off worth talking about and remembering. There are many series with spin-offs that you probably don't know about, either because they weren't marketed well or they simply weren't that good. So it's great that My Hero Academia has a respectable canon side story. Without spoiling any details or the actual story, all we can say is that the story will show the backstory of key characters like Aizawa, Midnight, All Might, Mituko, All For One, and more. This shouldn't come as a surprise since it's a great side story for this series, but Horikoshi has shown great support for the manga from beginning to its end. On our video about the main series final volume release, a lot of you were very happy with the extended ending to the series. With Vigilantes getting an anime adaptation in just a few short months, My Hero Academia fans can't lose right now. Literally everything seems to be going right for the fandom. They're getting endless new material, while fans of series like Black Clover and Boruto are left without continuations for their favorite anime. Hopefully with a bit more time, they get some good news too. In other news, the Pokemon card black market in Japan is crazy.